Hello, and welcome back to Dreaming into Being. Today, I really want to talk about bridging the spiritual, the magical of life with a reality. And I'm putting reality with quotation marks because reality is magical, reality is spiritual. But there's a difference between really being immersed in the spiritual nature of life, but doing that while also recognizing that we live in a certain world, we live in a certain structure, we live in a certain way that just has more ground to practicality, to reality, for example, right? Becoming successful or starting a business, there's just so many things that come and look around the corner when you're looking into that, and you can't just sprinkle fairy dust on everything and make it all happen like that. And I wish you could, but there's just certain things that you need to kind of ground yourself for, and just really look a little bit deeper into how things work in reality instead of constantly staying in that dreamy spiritual space. And I just want to talk about bridging so you can balance both. Because I feel like for me, for those who know me, I tend to be very dreamy. I tend to be very, up in the clouds often, not really being super grounded in more realistic perspectives, more realistic. I'm just not really a realistic person in that sense because I just believe so deeply in the magical nature of life. But I do feel like cultivating a balance is really important if you do want to put yourself out there in the world in the way that the world works. And I was just walking in the forest and the leaves were kind of sprinkling over me, and the sunlight was seeping through, and it just really brought tears in my eyes because life is so beautiful, and having this spiritual, magical perspective can bring so much depth and purpose to just really simple things, and it can bring such a deeper meaning into your everyday life, into everyday moments when you infuse it with that little bit of magic. And I just really love doing that, but really bringing it to practice and showing up in the world in a way that works well and in a way that will also make you successful means being able to ground and make the dreams real, make the dreams reality, make the magic reality, and not just keeping them in your mind. So, grounding your vision in reality. So, acknowledging where you are and then using that foundation to grow and to bring to life the dreams that you have. And it's safe to stay in the dreams. It's safe to keep them on your head and to hold that vision for yourself and to just keep dreaming and dreaming and dreaming about it. But if you're not taking aligned and realistic steps towards that, it's just not going to happen. You can't build a successful business or find a beautiful relationship if you're just sitting on your couch at home doing nothing. It's just not going to happen. You have to take action. You have to take aligned action. And one thing that can help in doing this is setting clear and practical goals without sacrificing the vision, right? Without sacrificing being in that dreaming state where you can visualize the ideas and get into that state of being through your mind space, but also setting clear end goals where you can actually make it happen and take steps in your waking life, in your reality, that can bring you towards those dreams. And cultivating resilience, so being able to bounce back after maybe perceived failure or come back after stress, is going to be really important here, and persistence and having a growth mindset in order to navigate challenges that come up. Right? You may not always feel as motivated, you may not always feel as passionate because, you're a cyclical being, and as a woman especially, there's going to be phases that you can really honor and hone in on the magic of each phase. Like, for example, in your cycle, right, if you're ovulating, to really use that creation energy and bring magic to life and bring projects to life, and taking the rest when you're bleeding, taking the rest and the rejuvenation, and creating space for really your self-care in that period of time. And yeah, like some practical examples to embrace that more realistic aligned action part is planning your finances, or building skills that can help you make money, or really setting timelines and goals to bring your dreams to fruition. Because the reason that you may also not have taken the action yet, or that you don't really feel like doing it, or just like any procrastination that I've definitely noticed come up for me, is because in your head it's safe, nothing can happen, it can always stay there, it can always exist. And when you have to bring it down to reality, when you have to bring it into life, that means you have to do it, and you have to hold it, and you have to hold yourself accountable to make these things happen. So finding harmony between having the faith and having the, holding the magic of the possibility of your dreams, while also taking action and doing the practical work that is needed, right? So having faith that you're divinely supported, while also doing what you can do to make it happen. And another thing that's really important here is patience and trust, and balancing the vision that you have with the discipline and the focus that you need in order to achieve what you want to achieve. So, setting intentions here to honor both sides. So, for example, for me, what I've noticed as I'm navigating, getting more into that practical side, is like, I don't want to lose touch with the magic. I don't want to lose touch with the dreamy, magical moments that I find throughout my day, while also, being a little bit more structured and a little bit more disciplined, so I can take the action that I need to take in order to get to where I want to go. So this can look like writing your intentions out for the day, and writing your goals out for the day or for the week or for the month, while holding the vision, and, for example, at the end of the day, reflecting on, okay, where was the magic today? Or even throughout the day, if you can hold both, that is so beautiful, because life is just so magical, right? There's just so many beautiful moments that are just so beautiful. Like, I can't really explain it, but to be able to be grounded, to be able to be based in reality, and to take aligned action while staying connected to your wonder, like awe, like magical, like nature, is what I feel like is a very healthy balance. So also being able to navigate challenges with both tools, right? So using the spirituality as a source of strength and as a source of guidance when you may experience setbacks, but also leaning on practical tools to move forward. So not just having one or the other, but holding both and being able to utilize both in a time of challenge. And another thing that is important here to me is really the concept of surrender and learning to lean into surrender when it's necessary. So, really discerning when you need to let go and when you need to trust, and when you've taken the action, and also when you need to step in and take aligned action. When letting go and surrendering and trusting is just not the right approach at this time, and recognizing when it is and recognizing when it isn't. So, here, journaling again may help you find some clarity or regain that balance when you feel overwhelmed by either the practical or the spiritual side of it. And really looking like, okay, when you notice that you're more on the practical side, where can I invite some more magic? Where can I invite some more spirituality here? And if you notice you're a little bit too much on the dreamy spiritual side, looking, okay, where can I invite some structure? Where can I invite some practices that make me feel grounded and that can help me take aligned action? Where can I set some goals? And really just looking at how you can balance it best. And yeah, so I think that bringing both the magical and the practical into every day really allows for you to live such a beautiful, full, vibrant life, because infusing the magic in each moment and recognizing the magic in each moment really just brings so much depth and fullness, while also taking the aligned action and taking the steps that you need to take in order to create the life that you're dreaming of, to bring that vision to life, to really be actively walking towards where you want to go, while also enjoying the rays of sunshine on your skin, while also being in awe of the leaves falling down your face, or just like these small moments that you can cherish on the journey, on the walk, on the way there. And some journaling prompts that you can kind of reflect on to really integrate both aspects are: what is one action step that I can take today to bring my vision closer to reality? How can I stay open to magic in the midst of action? And how can I honor both the magical and mystical and practical and realistic parts of myself in this journey? So these are some journaling prompts that you can use to reflect a little bit more on where you are currently and how you can learn to balance both. Yeah, so this is really what I wanted to talk about. I hope you have a beautiful, magical day where you're also being able to take aligned action to make your dreams come to life, and I'll talk to you next time.